Assalamu alaikum. Today we shall continue with our last topic, quantitative analysis or numerical analysis in the social sciences. In last video we learned that there are two sets of tools, descriptive tools and inferential tools for the social scientists. The descriptive tools are used to compute statistics about the variables and not their relationships, while inferential statistics tools are usable to compute different types of relationships given in the research model or research topic. Today we shall go into some detail of the inferential analysis or inferential statistics. But before that, let's go back to the topic we are using as an example to explain different concepts and statistical tools. The topic we are using is that self-confidence affects employee performance, which is supported by or mediated by organizational culture, and this relationship is also changed because of the designation of the employees. Now, we can see that there are several claims in this model. The first claim is that self-confidence affects employee performance. The other claim is that organizational culture mediates between this relationship. And the next third claim is that the designation of employees also plays a role in the relationship between self-confidence and employee performance. Now, these claims which we have extracted from the literature, these are made by the experts and researchers, and who are making these claims on the basis of a lot of evidence they have collected. So these are the true statements given by the researcher, but they are true in their own situations. We are using it as a model to test it in the situation where we are interested or where the researcher is interested. Therefore, the relationships are now the actually questions. But instead of calling them questions, in social research we call them hypotheses, because they are true somewhere and now they are being tested for the same thing, that whether they can work in that particular situation or not. So they are called hypotheses, and hypothesis means that the statement is an assumption. The statement also works as a guide for the researcher to collect which type of data, and then the same assumption or guideline turns into the solution or answer to the research question. Given this definition, we can apply this definition here to get more understanding. For example, self-confidence is affecting the employee performance positively. Now, this statement needs to be tested by the researcher, that whether or not it is true, or otherwise in a particular situation about which the researcher is conducting the research, or from where the researcher is conducting the field study, or the people whose issue is under research by the scholar, by the researcher. So, when we say that self-confidence affects employee performance in this situation, it is an assumption. Then the same assumption guides the researcher that you have to collect data about self-confidence and then about employee performance, and then this data will be placed in the statistical package to statistically compute the interaction between these two variables. So the assumption is giving us the guideline which type of data should be collected. And once that hypothesis or assumption is tested and proved true, then it becomes the solution or answer to the research question. In this model, we have developed 4 hypotheses. First hypothesis is simple, that is, whether these 3 independent variables are related with the employee performance or not. This type of relationship is called association, and the tool we use for computing the association is called correlations. Second hypothesis is that whether these 3 variables, they are bringing change in the employee performance, cause and effect relationship. For this purpose, we run regression and different types of regressions to compute mediation or moderation. The third hypothesis is about whether the third variable, mediator, is playing some role between this relationship. And fourth hypothesis is whether this third variable of designation, is it working on this relationship between self-confidence and employee performance. To answer first question or to test the first hypothesis, we run the correlation tool or correlation procedure for testing or checking whether these three variables have some statistical and significant association with the employee performance or not. Now, in correlations and regressions, mediations, moderations, a lot of statistics comes out, and a list of tables is produced by the statistical applications filled with a lot of statistics, and most of the MPhil PhD scholars, they get confused that which statistics should be used and which column should be ignored and so on. Today we shall refer to those computations or statistics available in the tables of correlation and regression, which are called decision points. The computations are the values which the social researcher has to use for making decisions about whether to accept a hypothesis or not. For example, in correlations, the values to be used for decision making are called R values or correlation values. Correlation value is always equal to or less than 1, unity. In regression, where we get R2, beta weight, and then p values. These p values are given in correlation and all the regressions, because p value refers to, we have discussed it in the last video, p values tell us that whether or not the results computed from the sample, they can be used to explain the population parameters or not. So correlation comes with R values and p value. Regression comes with R2 and beta weight as well as p values. So R2, for example, again R2 is always computed in unity, it is always equal to 1 or less than 1. Suppose in regression we can either use simple regression, one-to-one relationship, or multiple regression, 3 variable, 3 independent and 1 dependent variable, multiple regression. So in this case, multiple regression, the model for multiple regression will be like this, that these 3 variables are affecting the employee performance. So R2 comes whether we are applying simple regression, one-to-one relationship, or many-to-one relationship, R2 will be there. In this case, for example, the R2 is 0.63, meaning that 63% change in the dependent variable is occurring because of the 3 variables. Beta weight is another value or statistic computed and given in the regression tables, which tells that, for example, if the beta weight is 0.5, it means that the weight or the strength of the relationship or the impact is 0.5. Now, R2 is giving us data about dependent variable, that how much it has changed because of the independent variables, while beta weight comes with every independent variable and it shows the weight of every individual independent variable. For example, these 3 variables will get their own beta weight of self-confidence, beta weight of organizational culture, and this one. And again, p value is showing whether these results are good enough to talk about the population. Next is mediation. In mediation, we use simple regression and then multiple regression. Simple regression means that we compute the impact of self-confidence on EP. R2 comes and that R2 has a particular value. Then we run the multiple regression, meaning that along with self-confidence we place organizational culture and then run the multiple regression in this form, and R2 second comes. So if this one is greater than first R2, then some mediation or mediation type something is occurring. To decide about mediation, we use Barron and Kenny model, who says that mediation has 4 paths: A path, B path, C and C hat. C refers to the simple regression of self-confidence on EP. It must be significant. A must be significant. These two, A and C, are the preconditions before we proceed for computing mediation. If A and C are not significant, these steps cannot be taken. So if these are significant, then B, the relationship between these are one-to-one relationships, simple regression, and C was also simple regression. C hat refers to the multiple regression. So B must also be significant. A and C are preconditions, but B and C hat are the conditions onto which the decision will be taken. If B is significant, it means there is mediation. We go for checking whether the mediation is partial or it is full mediation. We go for checking the score of C hat. If C hat, we can say that C hat may or may not be significant. If it is not significant, it means mediation is full. If C hat is also significant, then it means that mediation is partial. So full mediation refers to the fact that statistically organizational culture or third variable is more dominant than the independent variable or self-confidence in our example. In partial mediation, it means that both the mediator and the independent variable are collectively bringing change in the employee performance. Next is the moderation. In moderation, we use multiple regression, twice, model 1 and model 2. But before doing this, we first produce the interaction term, and interaction term simply refers to the result of multiplying X independent variable with the moderator. But statistically, there is a procedure for this production of interaction term. That is, first we do or perform the centering process on the independent variable as well as moderator. Centering process simply refers to that we extract the average of or the X bar of the series from every item in the series. For example, in independent variable, all the items will be extracted from the average or X bar of the same series, and we do the same with the moderator. So after getting the centering values or the centering, after centering the independent variable and moderator, whatever are the results, we multiply them together and get the product or interaction term. So in moderation, we first place A and B, independent variable and moderator, in the model with EP as the dependent variable. Then we press next and enter a next model wherein we put the interaction term. So whatever are the results, the decision point at the moderation level will be that if C, the result of the interaction term, is positive and significant, it means that an increase in the moderator increases the effect of X on Y. But if C is negative as well as significant, then increase in moderator actually decreases the effect of X on Y. So today we discussed the decision points for the social researchers to decide about the results of their hypothesis or answers to their research questions by using these values or computations in both correlation and regression analysis to make the decisions, and then can proceed with other computations in the tables to support their decisions. Thank you very much.